And welcome back to Coffee with the Wolves. I'm Damian Dennis, and this week we're going to be catching up with women's volleyball. And joining me is Coach Ally Flanagan. Welcome.
Hi, well, thank you. Thanks for having me again. I'm excited.
Second time back on the show.
Yes.
First time on the show here on campus.
Yes.
So, I know you got a game later today, so we got you in here a little early.
Yep. Big game day for us. COD tonight.
Yeah. Of course, this comes out tomorrow, so
then
we'll know, results.
Yeah.
But, before we get into the nitty-gritty of this conversation, I have to remind everyone that we are presented by Grounded Coffee Bar.
Hey everyone, it's a great day to get grounded. With locations in New Lenox and Frankfort, it's always a good time to stop by and try our seasonal drinks, whether that's cherry as summer comes to an end or pumpkin as fall begins. We've also updated our hours to better serve you. We're open late on Fridays and Saturdays now until 9 p.m. Make sure you're following our socials, that's Instagram and Facebook, for the latest updates on our specials and events so you don't miss out. Grounded Coffee Bar is a proud sponsor of Coffee with the Wolves and JJC Athletics.
Big thank you to Grounded Coffee Bar for sponsoring Coffee with the Wolves. You were our first guest, at the coffee shop. Mm-hmm. What'd you make of it?
I love that place. I went back. I bought 2 books. I go back and bring people for more coffee. I'm like, this is like the best thing ever. I love Grounded.
Yeah. Last week we had women's basketball on, and Coach was there, so I took my wife there.
Okay.
And the baby was there, so in the episode you can hear the baby talking, basically.
Yeah.
And then, babbling.
Yes, being social at the coffee bar.
Yeah. Great place. What's your go-to coffee order? I don't remember if I asked you that last time.
No, I'm just like a caramel latte kind of gal. I like to try to spice it up, but I don't like to not like my coffee, so I get a little nervous about changing it.
I like trying new drinks, but like at home, I normally drink just black coffee.
Yeah.
I try to stay away from sugar as much as possible. I have my Achilles heel in spots, but I've got my gallon of water over here, so that's usually what I'm drinking.
Yeah.
Black coffee. I love that first time we were there, they had the cherry thing, and
yes.
Being from northern Michigan originally, like cherries are big.
Yeah.
So.
Huge. Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, we're here to talk volleyball. Currently sitting 13-18 on the year. Obviously, this comes out, Friday morning. You have a game tonight on Thursday. Mm-hmm. That record's going to change, hopefully, with another
14.
Yeah. Season's been up and down, but you've had a couple, winning streaks in there. Mm-hmm. Can you just kind of talk to us about the, progress of the season and just where this team's at and how you guys kind of maybe finish strong?
Yeah, they have made incredible growth, and it doesn't always reflect in the record, but in the matches themselves, when we're going 4 or 5 sets and not just ending in the 3, they have really come a long way of just not giving up. Yep. They're a really great team. All of them are awesome, and our biggest struggle was they just didn't really believe that they could do it, and now they're actually playing very well, and they have moments where they're surprised that they're playing this well against teams. And I'm like, yeah, you guys you're good. It just takes us a little bit longer to get going, and then the finishing is still an aspect that we've been working on all season. So, yeah.
I don't know how many games you got left. Volleyball is wild. You guys have a lot of matches throughout the season.
Yeah, it's busy.
Like we were talking before I hit record, I can't keep up. You said you can barely keep up. And I guess how do you kind of finish? It's hard to win out, but that'd be the goal here. How do you kind of focus on maybe not winning out, but winning as much as possible in this time? Because you got 1-2 weeks left of the regular season.
Yeah, we have 1 week of the regular season. We're done next week, and then the playoffs and the regionals are all that following week. So really, I feel like it's not just the wins that we're focusing on. It's just the feelings of we're putting things together. My hitter setter connections are doing great. My defense. My back row right now, Lizzie and Ellie are playing phenomenally. So they're finally picking up those pieces. So just really trying to see all of it kind of intertwine in the next couple of games is what we're looking for.
Yeah. Speaking of, just some of your student athletes, could you talk a little bit about those athletes who are making strides this season, improving. The freshmen who maybe you're excited for, not just to finish this year, but then coming back next year. The growth amongst the sophomores. Just anybody who's comes to mind.
Yeah, one of I just kind of mentioned my two back row players, Ellie and Lizzie. They have been playing incredibly. And I kind of I interchange who I put as my libero. Ellie has taken this shirt for the past couple of games, and she has been playing phenomenal defense, like insane. She's been playing so well, and Lizzie complements her so well too. The two of them, it's not a bad relationship when one takes the role over the other. They play so well together, which just does so great for our team. And then my freshman middle, Abby, I don't know what she started eating in the past 3 weeks, but she is murdering balls, and it's insane. So I'm super pumped that she's finally getting comfortable or getting more used to things. I don't know which one it is, but I'm really looking forward to seeing her kind of progress further.
I love the phrase you use there, murdering balls, because it brings me back to last year talking volleyball on this show and talking to Aubrey. She was leading the country in kills at the time. She's like, I'm going to go up there. I'm going to kill.
Yeah.
I'm going to kill. And it's so, because out of context, what does this person say?
Right. And she is somebody who gets up there and murders a ball, too. I mean, when she gets mad, she's got that face, and it gets kind of scary.
You came into the season, or came to the team, into the program, at a little bit of a chaotic moment. Fall camp had begun. And then you show up as, 2 weeks in? I don't even remember.
I came with 1 day left of the camp.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. A day before,
correct, before season started, yeah.
How have you adjusted in that time? Because last time we spoke, we talked about this too. But, now you've got, 2.5 months in, far more time. The season's almost over. How have you kind of adjusted to both this team, and just how have they adjusted to you?
Yeah, I was super lucky because, coming in blind, more or less, to a team that I didn't pick. I didn't put any of it together. And also, they didn't pick me. None of them signed up to be with me. So it was not that it was a challenge, but it just, it's that weird, finding your groove together of, we can be funny, we can be friends, but also we're trying to be serious, we're trying to win games, we're trying to make progress. So it's an ebb and flow. Sometimes some weeks we're doing really well, and some weeks we're girls, we're mad at each other. We have these ups and downs. But they and I feel like we communicate very well. We have a lot of open conversations about needing time off. I need a break from this. I have this going on. I want to work on this. And I'm super open to adjusting my practice plans according to what they need. And so I think that's helped us a ton.
Yeah. How have you helped kind of, or I guess from your point of view, how have you built chemistry with the team?
I think I'm a younger coach, so I feel like it's easy to connect with them just because age-wise we're not wildly different. And I'm a female coach, so I also have that connection with them too. We just talk. The conversations that we have are wild, but they're very just normal. It's not so harsh of, I'm the coach, you're the player. Well, we do have those moments where I'm okay, you're crossing my boundary here. Mm-hmm. But it's just a lot of just conversations, whether it's on the bus, in between sets, in between rallies. It's just a lot of just talking.
And how has the team built chemistry amongst themselves? Just because, again, it was a chaotic period to, start the season. Some of them have played with each other. Some of them have known each other for a period of time. So, some of that chemistry was already there. But, new coach, new teammates, season kind of up in the air. How did they kind of build chemistry, build that foundation to get kind of to this point where, again, you've had some winning streaks during the year. You're below 500, but
still, yeah.
There's been progress and signs of success.
Yeah. The helpful thing is that a lot of them have played together already. So they kind of already had this little mini circle of trust for each other. And then you can stick with the freshmen. They've kind of picked somebody or a couple people to be their little group. I kind of mentioned, Lizzie and Ellie, they are a really good duo together. They positionally wise are similar, but also they just are really good friends. So I feel it's helped that they have found friendship within the team outside of just the volleyball aspect. And then as the coaching side, I kind of, I'm paying attention to who gets along, who doesn't really like to be next to each other all the time, who pushes their buttons. So that way on the court, I try to make sure that the chemistry is still viable, because I don't want, sometimes you're in a bad mood and the person that you don't necessarily love is next to you. It doesn't really help a ton. So just kind of like learning those little like ticks of all the girls has been helpful for us too.
Now moving, you got 1 week left of the regular season. Probably a dozen matches in that time.
Yeah.
What are you focusing on kind of before the postseason begins, and what are you hoping to see from this team?
Practice-wise, all we're going to be really focusing on is a lot of gameplay. We hit the point of the season where the reps are good. The reps are what we need for like basic skills, but it's really just giving us the time to put things in action. So it's a lot of 6-on-6, 6 versus 3, those kinds of drills to get us prepared to see what like COD tonight or Thursday night, and then who we're going to see in the regionals, and kind of hoping for the higher competition as we go forward.
When do regionals begin for you guys?
It is October 28th, I believe, is that Tuesday.
Okay. And what are you hoping to kind of do in the regionals, other than win? Because obviously that's the goal, to win. But, what are you hoping to see when it comes to the postseason? I'm
hoping that the girls show up for themselves. I hope that they really surprise themselves and allow them to be as good at this as they are. That's what I'm really hoping for.
Yeah. Hopefully you can finish the season strong, make it deep into the postseason.
Yes.
I keep like hiccuping or something during this conversation, but I want to ask, and I know you probably can't get too much into it, but have you started looking at recruiting yet?
Slightly. I've kind of just started. I've gotten a couple good emails with a couple great like highlight clips and stuff like that. This being my first season as in this role, I'm kind of going to lean heavily on our admin team to help guide me and some of the other like seasoned coaches, just because I don't want to mess it up. I want to make sure that I'm doing everything correctly, but I have an idea of what I need and what I'm looking for. We're losing 8 sophomores.
Yeah.
So, and a lot of those sophomores are in my starting lineup. So it's a big gap that I have to fill. Not that, and I'm pretty confident that my freshmen will fill in very well, but I have to, backfill both ways. So
Yeah. What are you kind of excited about in terms of recruiting? Because again, I don't think, have you ever recruited before?
No, I have not.
Yeah. So what are you excited about in that prospect? And I guess on the same side of the coin, what are you afraid of maybe? Or you mentioned you're going to have to lean on the admin side. So
yeah, just because I've never done it before, so I don't know the specific, if there's like specific guidelines, boundaries, whatever I need to do. The nice thing about my full-time job is that I coach at a local club, so I'm at a lot of local tournaments, downtown Chicago, we're in St. Louis, we're in Philly, we're in all these places like that. So I kind of get to do that role, but also I get to kind of have my eye out and move around and see people too. So I'm excited to have that opportunity to kind of bounce around. And I'm just nervous about doing it. I want to make sure, I don't want to do it wrong, and I want to make sure that I'm giving and getting the best that I can for these girls to make next season the best it could be.
Right. And we can end on this, but I want to ask you, what have you enjoyed most about your time so far at JJC? Because you've only been here 2 months.
2 months, yeah. I really, this is going to sound cheesy, I love my team. I really enjoy the girls, the relationships that we have, the laughs that we share, the time together. And we've had this little lull that you hit the point of the season where they're like, I'm really tired of playing volleyball, and I really get it. It's a busy season, so I feel like it's just been so much fun just getting to know them, watching them shine, seeing some of their personalities really come through. It's just been a lot of fun.
Well, Ally, I appreciate you taking the time to join me back here on Coffee with the Wolves. Hopefully we'll have you on again. Postseason.
And a good postseason run,
yeah. But, we're going to transition into Wolf of the Week. As always, I have no idea who it is until I sit down to edit this, so I'm not going to announce who it is. But we'll see you next week here on Coffee with the Wolves.
Awesome. Thank you.